Hello, everyone. Welcome to Southern Football Network. I'm here, but I'm not alone. Antonio always in studio. And of course, the gang. They're everywhere. Jamie, New York City. Look at Jason being all big time at us, celebrating on some beach. We'll get to that in a minute. And hello, Charlie from Tennessee. We're all ready to roll, guys. But unfortunately, I got to start with my team. Number one, numero uno. Here we are. Yo. Uh huh. That's right. My Longhorns, number one in the nation. Talk of the SEC. Y'all don't like to hear that, do you? We just came in here and, decided to just take over. Kind of annoying, isn't it? Okay, the Longhorns are number one in the nation, but really, we're not going to just talk about them as a team. We want to think big picture here. It's amazing the Arch Manning train, the hype that this kid has. His first career start, already a bright light, number one recruit, but it's really about that Arch Manning, Archie Manning. You got Peyton, you got Eli. It's a family legacy thing. It's a whole thing. But you know what's interesting? I don't know if y'all have ever seen this. Arch has always wanted to be a Longhorn.
I want to go to Texas. I want to go to Texas. I want to go to Texas.
Even as a young kid, he wanted to be a Longhorn. We're going to get to you out there in the field remote. We want you guys to talk about football. But right now with NIL, with the way marketing is, we've got our marketing guru. It's like having an expert ref in the studio like they do at all the NFL games. You worked with Nike with sports marketing. This kid, with that family tree, his talent, number one player, draft, recruit, where's his marketing and potential?
See why his marketing potential is through the roof.
Really?
And the crazy part about it is oftentimes you see players that come from, he's not the first player that's come from football royalty. He's the first player that we've seen in a long time that actually embraces it and uses the platform to grow his platform. Most people that come from royalty, they would try to shy away from it, separate it. I want to make my own name.
Yeah.
This guy's actually using that platform and bouncing off of that platform. That's one of the things he did when he announced that he was going to be in college football 25. He and Eli actually made a spot,
right,
as it relates to him being in it after he said he wasn't in it. And then the other thing that he's done as well, if you look at it according to On3, they actually value the valuations for players from an NIL perspective.
Yeah.
Arch Manning leads all of college sports, $3.2 million.
Oh, wow. Interesting stuff. In 5 seconds, you didn't have to deal with NIL stuff. Would he be your number one pick if you were right now doing that?
As far as an NIL perspective, it'd either be him or Livy Dunn.
Okay.
But here's the thing about Arch. As much as all of that, when you have the platform, when you have the Manning legacy, you have those things, you got to be able to play too, Yates.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
He can play, CY.
And that's
he
why
can play as well.
Exactly. And that's why we're going to Jamie, who you've seen some incredible quarterbacks play at Alabama. You're an Alabama person. Tell me what you see. You've seen great talent there as quarterbacking. You know what a great quarterback is. Where do you think Arch is on the field? He's pretty young, but what do you think?
Yeah, Yates, you mentioned that the Mannings are famously a family affair. Eli actually put out a tweet the other day with all the stats from the Mannings' first college starts with the caption, "I win," as he had the most passing yards and touchdowns. But listen, 258 yards and 2 touchdowns is nothing really to turn your nose up at. I mean, even though it was Louisiana Monroe, fine, I can't talk too much trash because they beat us when I was a student at Alabama. We've since avenged that loss twice, but it's really exciting for Texas fans to know that they have a solid insurance policy at quarterback. I know that was really great when we had Jalen and Tua.
Yep.
It's like, having that guy in the background is really important because you just never know.
Depth is key. All right, we'll go. You just spoke about Manning, Peyton Manning as well. We got our Tennessee guy. Where are you, big? You talk about being a Hollywood star. Look at Jason. Like, we're in studio, and where are you? And then talk about Peyton Manning and the legacy with him and Arch.
Yeah, we're down here at the Redneck Riviera waiting on Helene. Tropical storm to come in. I'm hiding behind, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm hiding behind a sign. If I get out here like this,
wow.
I feel Corey from the Weather Channel.
Yeah, you seem like the Weather Channel guy. Can you please wait longer till the hurricane comes so we can get you flying away or something interesting? Because this is not that interesting.
Exactly.
You need to hold a pole or
We got,
something. You're making
we
me
got Destin.
I'm worried about you. Whew. Man, tell me about what you think of Arch. You saw Peyton Manning play.
Yeah, so I mean, talk about, Antonio was saying that the royalty family, the Manning royalties. But I mean, think about this: the first family in football. How much is the pressure this kid's under, and he still performed? He's got expectations that none of us could possibly imagine, and he's still doing it on the field because you still have to do it on the field. Otherwise, you're going to drift into obligatory. Nobody really cares anymore. So, Charlie, what do you think about it? Did we start a quarterback controversy after last weekend?
I don't think there's a controversy. One of the things that really impresses me, I'm certainly old enough to remember when Peyton got to Tennessee, and one of the things that struck me about him is just how grounded he was. I mean, so many of these legacy royalty families, these kids grow up, they're born on third base and they act like they hit a triple. And Peyton was never like that. And I see that same thing with Arch. And certainly the talent's there, the football IQ is there, but just to see how grounded he is as a person, I think not only makes him more marketable, but certainly will help him his athletic career as well. So what do you think, Yates?
Oh, great comments. But man, y'all are nailing it. I feel like I'm the lost one. I'm the Longhorn. But I'll just say this: everyone's talking in Austin about quarterback controversy. I'm going to say it right here. It's a simple fact because it's from me. It's a fact. You like that? You like that? It's a fact.
Oh, it must be nice to front run right now, huh? See why?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
It's
All right.
fantastic.
Okay.
It is. Yeah, I'm always right. Ask Jason. You're never wrong. I'm right on this one. But here it is. Arch has more talent, but Ewers is the guy for this year. That doesn't make any sense, right? Nope. Arch would not be able to beat the Georgias and the playoff team and those teams in his first year. He's not ready. When they both develop, when they're both at that level, Arch will be a better talent. But this year, Quinn has 3 years. He has one starting game. I'd go with Quinn, finish out the year. Arch there for emergencies. Arch in the future will be the better player. Speaking of UT, we're going to have this debate all year long.
Oh,
Jason Martin, look at this. It's the real UT, even Oklahoma, but y'all kind of got the last laugh. Call me when OU plays the real UT. What do you think of that one, Jason? I think y'all got the last laugh.
Your phone should be ringing right now because they played the real UT this weekend.
Oh, ouch. Wow.
It's a mute argument, Yates, because the SEC called Tennessee UT.
Oh, you're going back on that nonsense? All right. Nah.
It's official.
Yeah, there's no official. Nobody cares about that. But tell me about your Vols. How impressed are you on their season and what they're doing right now? Like, you probably didn't expect them to be right now. Some people have them as the fourth best team in the nation.
Oh, look, man. Heupel is loving on these kids. Love him. They are playing for him. They are making it so that he can come to a homecoming and walk away with a W from Oklahoma. That's the kids that he's bringing on. These kids, I don't know if you saw the video or not. They gave Heupel the game ball. Nico delivered the game ball to Heupel. How often do you see a coach get the game
Yeah,
ball? So,
that's pretty sweet.
There's a lot going on at UT that the real UT coming off the feet, not doing what he's doing. Carla, what do you think about UT number 4 with Tex being number 1 at this point?
Well, I'm
Nice
really one of the things that impresses me really the most. Two things stand out. One, obviously, is how good Tennessee's defense is, especially that front seven. I mean, big guys against the run up front, and then you got the linebackers that play sideline to sideline. Both, Peely especially, and Arian Carter. I mean, but offensively, we know about the quick strike, the big passing game, those receivers, that 66-yard pass to Dante Thornton. But then Tennessee had a scoring drive, 8 plays, Dylan Sampson ran the ball 8 times, and Tennessee ran the ball down the field. That versatility in the offense like that, I really think is one of the things that sets them apart. I don't know, Jamie, you think Tennessee's a playoff team?
Yeah, no, like you mentioned, the offense obviously looks tremendous under Nico Iamaleava, but I'm really impressed with the Vol defense. We haven't seen Tennessee Volunteer defense really looking stout in years, guys. For my eyes, yeah, they're a playoff team. I'm not sure if they've really been truly tested yet. We might get a better look at that when they go to Fayetteville and, Alabama comes to town in the next few weeks here. But, so far they're looking really consistent, and all fans should be excited.
Well, we're having fun with all this UT and UT. OU fans dogging UT, having fun. But what I think is hilarious is ESPN dogged dogged Oklahoma. Check this out on Exceptional.
Nico, for the first time in his collegiate playing career, is going to have to walk into an opposing stadium that's going to be packed out screaming, "Boomer! Boomer! Tennessee! Not today. Give me good old Rocky Top. Rocky Top, Tennessee.
That is the best troll ever. I love that.
Win a big one to welcome Oklahoma to the SEC.
Oh my gosh, that is the best troll ever, or is it? Have y'all seen this thing? I know it's not SEC, but we had to run it. Some kid, a player at K-State, says, if we lose to BYU, I'll shove beefy 5-letter burrito up my beep, 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 beep. Well, BYU 38, KSU 9. And so this guy says, enjoy it. Enjoy your burritos, pal. Oh, my goodness. That's pretty good. Now we go to Ole Miss and the soft side of Lane Kiffin.
Do you know anything about the playoffs?
Yes. Do you know what this is?
That's makeup.
But
Blush, powder.
yes.
Yes.
So we found out that there's a lot of drama around the football office.
Jamie, what do you think about this? Do you like when coaches are showing themselves a little more fun like this?
Yeah, coaches, they're just like us.
Has no idea what makeup is. All right, we show all this stuff, but let's talk about our celebrity in the house now with Jason Martin, being at the beach. And I'm kind of thinking, I thought I was big time, but Jason is the big time star here. Have y'all heard about this? Let's take a look and see who Jason talked to this week.
I was in Orlando. We went to the front of the line. They thought I was Joey.
That's perfect. You gotta use it,
Yeah. I mean, he's from there, right? So.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If you don't mind, so I have a friend here that everyone has thought you were him. So, what do you
What's up, Joey? Everybody says you look like me.
say again?
Everybody says you look like me.
You're the better looking one of me.
That's awesome. Thank you, man.
That's incredible.
Hey, you really do look like Joey Fatone. Tell the story of how this all came about. And I've been part of some of these fun adventures. Jason, our new celebrity here on Southern Football Network. What's the story behind this?
Look, this has been going on since NSYNC started. When they first came out, my niece would want to take me to the mall and walk me around and see if anybody recognized me. So Yates and I have got deals out of this. He's gotten me to the front of clubs. I even had a band ask me to sit in with him one time.
I leveraged you to skip the line during our tailgating tour.
So many times, yeah. But it's been a lot of fun, and it was so nice for him to actually get to meet him as my doppelganger, so to speak. But we've had people come up and just ask for photos all the time. It's a blast to be, quasi-famous, fake famous, if you will.
I love it, and the fact he played off that was pretty cool, Antonio. You're from LA. You're big time. Did you ever bump into anybody like that?
You bump into people all the time. First off, I like to say this. Is that what UT fans do? You guys leverage false things to get to the spots that you want to be?
100%.
All right.
We've been leveraging my whole life.
All
All
right.
this fake stuff. I mean, how did I get you people on the show? I leveraged the hell out of it. I lied to all of y'all. Nobody's getting paid here. We're just on the show. You don't know that? Everyone's going to leave now. I mean, it's all about leverage. Okay. And now, you viewers at home that are watching this, you're going to be like, well, wait a minute. You didn't talk about Bama and Georgia. And we do have a reason, believe it or not. There's not many reasons what we normally do is correct. But by the time we air this, the game's over, so there's really nothing to talk about. But next week, I promise, Georgia, Bama fan, we're going to talk about you and what that game meant and the playoffs and the SEC. We didn't forget about you. It's just it doesn't fit for what we do on the show because if we preview it, this video is irrelevant. Anyway, speaking of irrelevant, this week we're introducing a new segment called Cheerleader of the Week. It's not irrelevant because I'm trying to find an expert here. Someone, I wonder who would be able to talk about this. Maybe Jason. You've got a history here of being a cheerleader, so let's take a look and see and kind of tell me what that's about, Jason. Okay, let's play that clip there. Oh, no, wait a minute. It's me first. I forgot that. I'm wrong. I actually danced with the Dallas Maverick cheerleaders to be in the halftime show. I got to prep for 30 seconds. Unfortunately, I did not make the cut. That was pretty good, wasn't it, Jamie? You were an Alabama on the dance squad. Would I have made the team dancing like that?
Yates, I am so impressed. I mean, those lines you were making, really good. You've been to a dance class or two, and I was gonna say to Jason earlier, I don't believe the Joey Fatone thing. Next week, I want a video of you doing the bye 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 original choreography. Okay, but Yates, look at this. I mean, you're a couple counts behind, but really
I had 30 seconds to prep. I had 30 seconds to prep for the halftime show. I was fantastic. All right.
30 seconds behind the beat.
I was 30 seconds behind the beat. Nice. Well played, Joey Fatone. Well played, Joey Fatone. All right. I'm going to get you back there. How about you? A few steps behind. Look at you. You look gorgeous there. What do you think, Jason? You like your new look?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Okay, how about Charlie? What would Charlie look like as a cheerleader? Yell leader. We have Charlie. Do you know any yell leader chants?
No.
Okay.
Not even close.
Saw varsity's horns off. Oh, that's all you need to know, and you'll be an Aggie fan forever. And then the last one, it's not SEC, but he's a USC guy. Antonio, I had to put you on, had to even bring in USC. You look like a pretty good Trojan there, huh?
You know what? After the way that we played in Ann Arbor last weekend, I deserve to be a cheerleader the way we look.
I know.
Yeah.
All right, here's the real cheerleader. Let's take a look. Goodness gracious. We have an actual cheerleader on our set. Jamie, tell us about this. You were what, an Atlanta Falcons cheerleader?
Yes, I was 100 years ago, back in 2011 and 2012. But how fun was this, you guys? If you like football and dancing, which I went to school for dance, and I like to say I double majored in dance and football pretty much, you really can't get a better gig. The first actual time I attended a professional football game was from the sidelines dancing, which was really cool. Your game day experience is so different. A little bit like Nick Saban now on the game day set. He's like, I had no idea all this stuff was going on because I'm usually locked away preparing for the main show. But this was so much fun performing for, I think it was like 75,000 fans in the Georgia Dome back when we had that. That was pretty cool. We have a picture. I'm not sure if we put it up. When we were playing the Saints, Jimmy Graham scored a touchdown right before the 2-minute warning and before we were about to run out and do one of our routines. And he dunked the ball over the goalpost, as he used to play basketball, and almost knocked me right in the head.
Dangerous sport, man.
It was on TV. Everyone's like, "Are you good?" And I'm like, "Not really."
But you know what? People joke about it, like, people joke about it. Oh, you're a cheerleader, blah blah blah. But man, you're an athlete. It takes a lot of work, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been in ballet and dancing since I was 5 years old. I won't tell you how old I am now, but it had been a very long time, and even have a degree in dance too. So even though it's like, oh, cheerleading, we practiced 8 hours a week and
Yeah.
had to do multiple appearances during the week. So it's not just those few minutes on the field. It's a whole production.
I bet.
With the practices and the appearances and signing the cards and no, but it's
a lot of work.
Really fun.
Well, we appreciate
It
the
is.
insights. And then we have Cheerleader of the Week, and this is Jason Martin. Can you give us a little bit of history of this Cheerleader of the Week? You know the family, correct?
I do, yeah. So we decided to do a Cheerleader of the Week. The pomp and circumstances around college football is still, that's what makes it college football versus, the NFL. No,
yes.
And doing the NFL side of it. But, it's still, again, the pomp and circumstance that goes around it. We do know the family. This is Maggie Epps, as we chose as our first cheerleader of the week. Maggie is the captain of the cheerleaders for Georgia. She's also on the homecoming court, and she also is going to med school. So, yeah, she's more than just a cheerleader right there. And we know, shout out to David Epps, her dad. David is over at the Chick-fil-A Beach Bowl. They put on a great bowl game every year. So Maggie Epps, our cheerleader of the week.
A med school too. That's pretty impressive. Well, that was a fun show, everybody.
Absolutely.
We gotta get some more fame in this area here. Maybe we'll get Will Ferrell to come on. He loves college football. Will Ferrell, if you're watching, we got time. We got Joey Fatone. We got me, Dan. We got pro cheerleaders. We got all of us talking. I don't know.
Will Ferrell is a what? Will Ferrell is a what guy?
USC.
Yeah, say it again. Say it with your chest that time.
He's a USC guy.
Okay.
You know what? We don't need two USC. That's it. Never mind. Will Ferrell's out. He's out. Even if he calls me, we'll get
The
McConnell.
next debate will be who's the real USC.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. All right.
No.
Hold on. Let me say this. Jamie, this is for you.
No, we're bringing McConaughey.
You won a national
on.
championship with a
McConaughey.
quarterback from California.
McConaughey.
Jason, your guys from California. You want to come to Southern California? You want to win a national championship? Come to Southern California. Get yourself a quarterback.
Oh, whatever. All right. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Hey, I'm going to the beach. I'm driving down to see Jason. Southern Football Network. Check us out on YouTube. And everybody, hey, man, it was a great show. And thank y'all for being on. And thank you for watching. We'll see you again next week.